right? Maybe? Is it working? Show up. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay, welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. Last I left off, I finished episode 2. So with this, we will be starting episode 3. I started a few minutes late, but it's fine. Let's see, not Peglin, we need this. Hello? Okay, right. Hold on. I forgot sometimes this controller needs to be unplugged and plugged back into function. It's showing up properly, yes. Okay, looks good. Oh wait. I'm just disorganized today. I forgot lipstick. Okay, there we go. Episode 3, the kidnap turnabout. Cool. Episode 3, the kidnap turnabout. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Unknown. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. I'll make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. Kidnapper's supposed to contact me soon. I would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case. And then I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. The text is kind of going on its own. Let's see, I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase. Now, all I have to do is wait further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all. Interesting decorations there. You got your little police mascot that you only established very recently on a bridge, like built into the metalwork. Welcome to Gatewaterland. Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a nice day. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. Sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. Like that's any better in this world. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. I don't know how to replicate it. Voice mess up thing. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me on this one time. The scaling of those instruments is weird, I think. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. I didn't read the event thing. Whatever. I've arrived. Go inside. Spooky. Hope that's not real glass on the floor. That'd be dangerous. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? I imagine they have security cameras in here. Leave the money and go. Now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Ooh. Sword. Ah! It was a trap. March 13th, 11:23 a.m. Unknown. That guy betrayed. Who is? Oh, can't be. And the deal. Who is that? What are they talking about? Split. Police. Alright. In front of meetup. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? Why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano. I missed. Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano Group. Sure. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. Why on earth? The things they have decided to localize and the things they have not are baffling me. Why would you leave it as Zaibutsu? Why? That's very odd. I'm still changing everyone's names, so what do you mean? Oh well. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. Right. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Did they tie you to the pole? Oh, is that you making that funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Oh. Okay, hi. Why do you have a key in your hair? Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? A kidnapper? Me? No way, I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger. I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus smiles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness of the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. Great thief? Did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. Faraday. You can call me Kay, okay? Good, glad that's settled. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. Stroke goes through here, and there you go. What a relief. I owe you my thanks. That's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? More about your straight-up revealing your name and identity to him. Also, I've seen that symbol. No, that was just on the calling card from the first case, wasn't it? Which was involved with this, so that makes sense. That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I am the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know. Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you're... When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you're the Yatagarasu? Yep. most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, wouldn't they?
I knew it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing? What would that be?
That's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So, you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor.
I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Now I remember.
How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery.
Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here.
It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. How did you get in here? I thought you climbed through the window. Can we not climb back out the window?
What? No way! I don't hear you.
Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? Looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Oops, a slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit.
Suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Isolation. What is this?
Looks like the bad badger, and it's looking as bad as ever.
Looks like a costume ahead to me.
I guess the bad badger's costume is at the very least a two-piece, huh?
The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Bad Badger's head data jotted down in my organizer. Costume separated into head and body. This head was left in the isolation room.
Phone.
Isn't this my phone? Looks like I made it through the ordeal intact.
If only there was a way to contact someone on the outside.
But we do have a way, right here.
There was a cell phone here this whole time?
If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir.
I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you.
Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now.
You don't have to worry about that, sir. I've already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sort of...
What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who could this be? Who is this? Shilong Lang of Interpol. Okay. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. I don't know how to voice you without a face. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Wang Zi says the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift. You cause quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go at it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. Got a sign. We're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's his whole family, too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Let's see. Take a picture of every member of the Badger family and receive a prize. There's only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. Best of luck. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that! That's cheating! There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Badger photo rally, jotted down, and organizer. Only one of each badger at the park. Sure. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole Badger clan with this. What is this thing? Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Whatever, I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. They're just kind of unfortunate looking. Blue Badger Bible jotted down in my organizer, a book detailing info on the whole Badger family. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes? It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There's a key hanging there. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. I mean, no. But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes the police from all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state, and they used it to make a theme park. It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped, double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Let's start with this key.
I'm not halfway here.
Ah!
Why do I feel like a laser? Why do I feel a laser like staring right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something.
May be able to open something somewhere in this room with this key. A something is what's relevant to my interest. No? You don't care about the sign? Whatever. Boxes.
Look, it's the blue badger.
Suppose even this thing can be popular with women.
My nemesis.
What in the... Why is she beating it up?
He's got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. To think he's out there wandering around this park. I'd better be careful or he's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone.
I somehow doubt that the blue badger has the power to arrest anyone. So this is the blue badger's rival, the bad badger, huh? You feel some sort of reference toward this badger, okay?
I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover.
Good luck with that one. Same. This is that blue badger I met at the main gate.
Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter.
I suppose that he continued to redesign. As he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity's come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved.
Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now?
Suppose this is the pink badger? But since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female?
You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are.
That's the only difference.
And the fact that she's pink.
Yes, and
her lips are red. See, lipstick.
I don't see any lipstick on that, actually. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? You don't care about the fact that this one has a box, or a thing in it, whatever. You pointed that out before. I don't see anything else to look at. Oh, that's just... Lockers.
Man, why did they have to put the windows so high up anyway? How was a thief supposed to make her daring escape?
Suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers.
Oh, is that the problem? Not the distance from the ground? Just like boost her up, it's fine. Ha! That's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again.
Let's see. I wonder if I can jump up and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why did they have to make just such ginormous lockers anyway?
Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we'd need some sort of foothold.
Paint?
Maybe we can use
this paint to help us escape.
And what exactly do you have in mind?
Well, we could paint help in really giant letters.
And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building.
Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, that may not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all.
Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we?
Speak with you again. About the kidnapping.
Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I heard something as well. It's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here.
After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot.
Oh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from there.
Rest, inspected everything. Got some chairs, a beam. This beam, the next room, identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped up floor panel in place. Which reminds me...
Did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth?
Perhaps. I may have found a handy hint, very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. Is that what I think it is?
Looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. The panel is held in place by a hook, the entrance to an underground room, perhaps. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. Door. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. Box. This is the beam I was tied to.
What's up?
Just pondering if perhaps we could make it over there, over to and out the window if we climb this.
Good thinking! If it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Hope you go okay, and good luck.
Count on it! Great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go!
As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. Hook on the beam, not enough of a foothold to climb out with.
What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know.
I think we should be able to... This hook on this beam.
You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible.
I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose.
Really? Like what?
As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
I get it.
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it would be hidden by the tarp.
Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. I feel like I need a better voice for her. Now this is what I call a treasure.
Also, this. I feel like that works.
Nope.
I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. You can't unlock the lockers with the key and open them up?
Whatever.
Let's go down here.
Oh, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom.
And what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch.
Alright. This thing's locked down tight. Oh, what's the keys for that?
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Okay then. Keys for this thing instead. I believe you're up, okay?
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to.
Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. The tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big.
Only the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
Alright, I got the secret door open. And now... Wait! Did you tear down the ladder?
Sort of. It looks like part of it's still there, actually. It looks like the sprite wasn't quite cut off properly.
Are you alright? Kay? I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all.
Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary.
There's a lot of really large machinery down here.
What about an exit?
It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know.
No way! How was I supposed to know the ladder was removable?
By looking at it. Looks as though it can be easily removed, but is it really safe to use? Okay. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Let's say it like it's some revelation.
Oh, so how are we going to bust out?
Seems that your reckless actions were of use after all.
Are you actually praising me?
More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder.
The underground ladder? What about it?
Ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down.
Oh, see if we can use this. If we use this.
Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
Investigation complete.
Alright, now we can get out of here.
Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Alright. March 13th, 12 to 11 p.m., Wild Wild West area.
Oh, there's a kitty.
It looks like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes.
I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out.
Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Oh, that's, quite a lot of people. Count off.
MIB.
The Men in Black. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, goodness. 98, 99. Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. You're an interesting look. What are those glasses? What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or 3. Everyone, regardless of rank, age, or rank, is number 1. Got it? I think he liked you better without the glasses. Shifu, Shifu.
You are Agent Lang, I take it?
You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Lang Zi says, cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sheena. What does that mean? Oh, that's her name. I see. Maybe. This isn't much, but please accept my card.
Thank you. Please accept mine in return.
You all see that just now? That is the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life, got it?
That's right. Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zingpa. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case?
That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor.
How is it not?
I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But it sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? Comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case. Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. I don't think that's an option unless you were, like, going with him down to the place, which I guess as another agent would have been your job, but that's like a whole other matter. That wasn't his job. That's...
Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Acme Hicks.
Hicks was like a brother to me, so I'm out to take my revenge.
Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation.
This is your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor. Way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy?
You dare mock the court. I do. And I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective? I can speak. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? Why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewaterland. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Sir. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Mr. Edgeworth. It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why, of all places, did he show up here? Completely out of the blue at that. I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me on that. Man, I can't call me to any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. So, what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on! You can't let that stop you. I'll even lend a hand, so let's go! But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? Not just any old great thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing. What is this thing? What is this one and only one thing you're after? The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. I was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. Corporate dealings exposed. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of the three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Can this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? That can't be, can it? Sounds all well and good to me. You do that. You have fun. Sounds like a good idea. Hello there. I need to speak with you. Great job, Detective. Sir! For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir! I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be.
Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup?
Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand.
And why didn't an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents?
That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir.
Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? 5 minutes probably wouldn't have been enough time for them to have done anything. He must have already been in the area.
Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir.
Yes, what is it?
Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What?
Honey, I don't recall making you my assistant.
I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! It's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your sporting role. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we've got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun, like musical chairs. You'd better stay fast on your feet. No way! I will not lose this spotlight to you, little girl. Lance, where are you, son? That's probably not a good voice for this guy.
Mr. Amano?
Oh, Miles, my boy, I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair. Just sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you returned.
For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office, and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system.
No. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. Did you miss the whole thing where he tried to frame him for murder? And then he got arrested because he did the murder? Did you miss all of that? No one brings that up. That he, like, killed someone. And got arrested for it. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So, who's the old man?
He's the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano.
I keep saying Amano, that's not right. I think I'm getting his name confused with, the other guy. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly.
I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano.
Hold on there. And what happened to all that money?
I believe the $1 million has been stolen, and that the culprits are now on the run.
What the? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Forgive me, Mr. Amano.
Hold on. Just the name is really... I think I... Can I type? I can't see the keyboard. Yes. Okay, no, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking I was maybe getting his name confused with the character in Detective Conan, but that's Amuro. Which I guess is not that similar. Whatever. I think I am getting him messing up his name because of a similar name from some other guy. Armando, I think, is who I was thinking of from the other game. The third one.
I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time.
Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy.
I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Romano.
I don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It's incredibly moving. I wish I'd recorded him saying that.
I wish you did too. That sounds a bit suspect, honestly. You definitely should have recorded that conversation. It's not like you could have expected it to be like that, though. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man.
What does he even look like?
Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again?
How will telling you about Lance help you get him back?
Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior.
Very well then. Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him.
Is there anything else about him you've noticed of late?
Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver.
Your butler?
Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is.
Mr. Romano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon?
As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him.
So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave. What about his family and friends?
They say they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping?
It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs.
I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin.
Mr. Romano, it is my fault the culprits escaped. Which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself.
Oh, but I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. All right. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. Wild Wild West area, begin investigation. Stretch my legs a little bit. Terrible loud chair. Nothing to be done about it. So, what should we examine first?
Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped.
Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there. Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way! I'm not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something?
I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police.
Good, now let's go. Ow! Boy, have I got just the job for someone of your talents. Well, that was exciting.
Okay.
What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work?
You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, come on! I finally get to be your assistant and now you try to ditch me?
I don't recall offering you the position.
Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back.
You're the only one asserting that.
Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the out of glass away.
You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented Assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say.
Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. Might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride.
Cactus. Look, there's a blurb about the cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewaterland from the local police precinct.
I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place.
So is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Just kidding. They wouldn't do something so silly.
Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at the precinct before.
Where? Where do you have space for that?
Barrels.
If these were real, I wonder what you'd put in them.
Water would be the obvious answer.
But if you stored water in a barrel underneath the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad?
People of that period probably didn't care how it tasted.
Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really like the strange taste.
Look who's making fun of them now.
Hello. Okay, I was trying to talk to that guy, but sure.
It's a set of tire tracks originating from the garage.
Oh, so that means a car left from the garage at some time, right?
Correct, but for the car to leave these tracks would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 trends. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here.
Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders.
I suppose we'll have to deal with this impasse for now.
Oh. Hey, it's the Blue Badger! Badger, get!
I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw? He's doing the contorted wiggling dance again.
Ha!
You!
You've uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was to remain under that head, sir.
Aren't you Officer Meekins?
Sir! Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir.
This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. But the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which can be a great deal of headaches.
Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth?
I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time?
Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already, and I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone.
It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit?
Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. It's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir.
I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics.
To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor.
How long have you been standing here, officer?
Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir.
That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And I've been here ever since, sir.
If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping.
However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir.
I haven't asked you anything yet, officer.
No, but I know you will, sir.
He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir, a lone blue badger.
What you said just now is contradictory to the facts.
How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts.
Just one of each.
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement.
Sir, of course, sir, if that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait.
You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises.
What, sir? And that would mean there were 2 blue badgers walking around. But why?
Are we quite certain that, when he was put into this costume to look around and be there,
there wasn't just already someone else there. And he's the problem. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme.
They look so lifelike, don't you think?
Are you thinking of wrangling, or rather stealing, them?
You can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet talk them out.
I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. Hello, and not speak with you. Rope.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things you tie horses to?
Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment.
Aw. And here I was hoping I would get to ride one.
You know how to ride a horse?
Nope, never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend who was born in the year of the horse.
Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic. What's that?
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here.
I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there.
Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up.
I should be thankful. Left us with some nice footprint samples.
You know what? I bet if we follow them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'll be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it will be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. We don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing.
If only we knew, we'd be able to track the kidnappers from their footprints. Oh. No one's allowed through. Hello, Kitty.
I've got you now, you vile criminals.
I think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in these.
Come on, lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think that the criminals would be hiding here right in front of you two officers. Right in front of two officers.
I certainly hope not.
Kitty.
I don't care about the cat.
Looks like that's probably everything.
A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is...
Oh, I know, it's one of the kidnappers, right? The person who wore a costume to get away.
Identity of the second blue badger was probably the kidnapper in disguise. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are...
A blue badger, a proto badger, and a red badger. Bad badger, rather.
Yes, those three.
So, there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh?
Stolen costumes data jotted down in my organizer. Cool. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning.
Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right?
Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here.
They both do look like possible candidates.
This set is walking off to the west. It just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's heading from there.
I think we can assume it's headed toward the stadium.
I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be heading east.
I don't see more footprints along the way. Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him! I've got one of the culprits! No, I'm not a kidnapper, sir!
Okay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. And our criminals were each wearing a costume.
Maybe they came over to this garage for something?
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. You need to examine the garage.
Sir, Roger Wilco, sir.
I'll work on it. Let's open the shutter and see what we find.
Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside.
Oh! What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Amano, are you saying this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage. And right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? Following a kidnapper's prints led us to a body. Was the victim in a costume? From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Preliminary findings data jotted down my organizer. Seems he was shot dead.
You sure are calm for someone who just found a body.
It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's take a look at the body. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder.
So that means he was shot twice?
No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one in near his shoulder is the exit wound.
That's certainly an angle to be shooting at. How'd you manage that?
Plus an exit wound means the bullet ought to be around somewhere. Not a lot of blood on the ground. Was he brought here later?
Nice! I knew you could figure it out.
Comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. Preliminary findings data updated in my organizer. Sure. You don't care about how the... Got a weird necklace. This is an unusually shaped pendant. Like a horse.
What is it? Is it something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
Looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it and it's really pretty. Oh, hold on, this is made of platinum silver. Nice, it is worth something after all. Oh, and look, there's something written on the back.
Colin Deveray. That's a name. Colin Deveray. But this man's name is... interesting. Nothing else to look at. Reduce uses evidence. What do we have?
I should read that out loud. Victim Oliver Deacon, age 50, time of death pending autopsy. Cause of death, preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Entry point, lower right abdomen, exit point, right shoulder. Remarks, despite the fact that the final bullet went clean through the body, there's very little blood at the site where the body was found. I suppose what we wanted to do is from this thing and point out that the names are not connected to any of the evidence I hold. Because I don't know what Colin There's something not right about the name on that pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Deveray. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Shaped like a horse, Colin Deveray is engraved on the back. Cool, cool. Investigation complete. Lance, where are you, sweetie? Oh, someone else. Excuse me, but you are? That ring is too big. You're gonna hurt someone with that. Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him that you're in love with. Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name's Lauren Pops. His girlfriend? Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. Well, we haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. Hey, I inquire as to why you are here. I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately. I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance. I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. My pen brought me to speed over the radio. I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. My phone died. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. Yeah, there were like there's like 3 other people here around. Also the guard who was standing here. You definitely are fine in that, yeah, we just opened this up and there was this guy here. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who?
Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us.
What? Sir, that had nothing to do with it, sir.
Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I leave that kind of stuff to you, prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people. Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? You! How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Z says, every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. You just got here. Shilong Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy. It's based on the philosophy of detainment.
What's this philosophy of detainment?
You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf. You don't mess with me or my pack. As for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Z. You'd think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he's that famous. Lang Z developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies.
But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale.
Anything wears down and breaks over time. You really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test. Alright. Bodies like the one being carted off in my time.
Hold it!
So what can you tell me about the body? A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with detention philosophy. Oh, and you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct? I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right?
Hold it!
Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion. Don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Langzy says, search where the water's deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun.
Hold it!
It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's Sheena! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it, the Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins. Isn't that right?
Hold it!
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh. Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. Did you check his weapon? If he has it, you can look at it. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? It's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. Power of sheer numbers. You have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun. Ow! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun! What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir. I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this... Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him here with his gun.
Hold it!
You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here, in this garage? And the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say that it's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Langzy says a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. Hey, finally a quote even I've heard of before. Furthermore, Langzy says, successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene. Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to. I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins? Not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. What? However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Long Lang. Just what sort of investigator are you? Look at the entire lack of blood all over the nothing.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible.
What do you mean?
You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? So you did notice there was too little blood. You still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here. Because this isn't the crime scene. And if it was your men who led you, to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight.
Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that that officer was hanging out around here in the first place?
Weird? How so?
Hey you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing, neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. But sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly?
Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir.
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir, not you two.
Meekins' testimony.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the big blue Badgermobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
What is this blue Badgermobile?
It's a moving store on wheels. It sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the blue Badgermobile is just a roaming souvenir shop?
Mobile shop on 3 wheels was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage.
Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant.
He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self.
He sure seems sure of what he's saying.
Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir! Roger, sir.
Alright. Wasn't assigned to this area.
Hold it!
Alright then, where were you assigned to?
I was assigned to the main gate, sir.
Must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Stretch.
Okay, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir.
Hold it!
Describe for me how you conducted your investigation.
Yes, sir. Well, first I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you're dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badgermobile, sir.
Hold it!
What exactly do you mean by selling dreams?
Sir, the Blue Badgermobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you. Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am. Like innocent drops. Innocence drops. Bitterness only found in nightmares, ma'am. Like guilty jawbreakers. Can't be. Selling those as I push the blue Badgermobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am.
You pushed it. I sort of thought it would be motorized.
But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir.
Hold it!
You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers.
No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right. Oh, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir.
Hold it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony.
Yes, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
Hold it!
How did you wind up all the way over here?
I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it... A good old drop kick. I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent.
In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation.
Sir, that's right, sir.
It's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. It sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there is one flaw in Officer Meekin's story. But I have a feeling he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. Is it the...
Objection!
Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir, I'm lying, sir.
Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badgermobile until recently, and what is it doing here inside the garage?
Actually, I just lost track, sir.
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized it, the Blue Badgermobile was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which would mean it was perhaps stolen.
And that's when I came back to this area. What kind of bug are you? World's weirdest fly.
Small, wings stuck out really wide.
Very odd.
Dead now. Landed on my screen.
Hate that. Where did it come from?
How was it?
And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. That's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Didn't you say you'd been here for an hour?
Not so fast!
Likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen. It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright to move the dead body.
What?
You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badgermobile. And then you used the Blue Badgermobile to transport it all the way here. Why? Why was it moved in the first place? Just in general. is a decent question. Now then, you're coming with me.
It wasn't me, sir! The killer, sir! It wasn't me, sir!
Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. We can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you. Truth smoosh. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors and your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon! I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy. You guys are getting in the way. You wouldn't interfere with you wouldn't interfere with another one of my investigations. Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. Ah. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. To be continued. So progress, yes please. Da 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 da. Well, let's just keep going. March 13th, 1:22 p.m., Gatewaterland main gate. Chased out like a pair of peasants.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Kay?
There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is?
You really shouldn't steal anything. However, I'll bite. What shouldn't a thief steal?
A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with. Ever.
That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands. When I apprehend the murderer myself.
Alright! And I'm going to work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go!
I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder.
Trying to find a comfortable way to sit in my chair. This.
First thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Detective Gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth, the stadium! Hurry, sir! It's supposed to be hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium.
A witness. Hugh, what did we tell you about leaving your assigned post?
Ah, the jig is up. Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir. Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves.
It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. March 13th, 1:42 p.m., Stadium. I thought there was a witness here.
Yeah, I don't see anyone. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh. Long time no see.
You are Miss Emma Skye, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Skye. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor. But I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics. That's the same badge Phoenix had on his hat. Did she have it when she first showed up in the other thing? I don't remember. Is it also a camera?
I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you
Shoot. Get off my leg. Where did you come from?
Are you still studying abroad?
You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate the crime. I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit.
I see.
I can walk around.
Are you the witness? I suppose. I assume this is another Badger mobile.
Yeah, but it's a different color than the Blue Badger's car.
Yes, this is the retina searing pink model.
It's not that bright. It's not like fuchsia or something.
I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in these past few years.
Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth fairly well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Skye. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name is Kay Faraday. I'm training to become an unstoppable great thief. A great thief?
Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on.
You bet we do.
Let me check something. Got ages attached? Yes. Okay, so you are 17. She is 18. So you're about the same age. Okay. So why are you here, Emma?
Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And then I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I'd really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I just missed you.
How exactly did you know I was here? Is that a reflection on your glasses? Are you coding something on your flip phone? Nintendo DS? A little small for a DS, maybe. Maybe. I have my 3DS, it's the same size. I guess that might be about the size it is. That's just not even remotely the grip.
Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I use these to track your footprints. I follow them straight to you. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine special light on it, zing! The footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a gas tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking.
Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. It can be used for stalking you. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about?
Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said.
What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking.
So, let me guess. There's been a murder, right?
Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. And where did that person go? What's that off in the distance? Oh. A pink badger is the witness.
Oh, hey, it's the pink badger. Badger, get!
Badger, badger, badger. Just what does she see in these silly things? Why do you have a handcuff on?
I think this badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak badger dance. Bye. Looking at these things. No, I guess I'm not. There's nothing to be looked at. Okay. Speak. Take the head off. Ah. Why not you? Sure.
I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore.
You're... Oh, why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief.
Gee poo! Why couldn't you understand that what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really. I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by staying in character. But you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm going to just be direct.
I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare.
So, you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger? You could say that, but right now I'm just the Pink Badger, dearie.
She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman.
My name is Wendy Oldbag. You can call me Wendy, or Granny, or whatever suits your fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. What I care about a young whippersnapper like you. Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite.
Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met?
I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. Enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are talking with 2 young girls. They're all the same. Doesn't matter how old to flirt with young girls. Well, the other day when young happened to be in got a range, they see her at all. It takes 3 years to. You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further.
Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness.
Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today.
I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She is the witness.
I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag.
Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder.
You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes? Wouldn't be the first time.
Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me.
Alright, what's up then? What old bag witnessed?
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over. I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot. The person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately.
What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, I suppose? Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. Alright.
Into the stadium to take a short break.
Hold it!
You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell sweat, your hip creaks with pain, you can begin to dream about work. That's the kind of That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know. Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. Don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
So what did you see while you, the Pink Badger, were resting?
Oh, yes, that. Well, as I was resting, I happened to glance over, and I saw two men facing each other in that area.
Hold it!
In that area. You saw two men. Could you describe them for me?
They looked like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
But didn't they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful.
Oh, I don't tell me that you're jealous of those two men. Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous.
It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those two were just foals compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot. The person who was shot fell to the ground.
Hold it!
You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place.
Absolutely. That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired. You didn't try to go help the person who got shot? I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help.
Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we?
While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes?
So about this new problem.
What is that giant grin on your face for?
Do you want me to show you something really nice?
No, thank you.
Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're going to like.
What is that gadget you're holding?
What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief. A phone.
I should have known it would be worthless.
Oh, don't be like that. What do you think now?
Sure, hologram screen, why not? What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
Going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real, modern-day Robin Hood. What is this? This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief.
Little Thief? I dare say you're taking a Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I used it like this... Let's see, this old bag said the two men were facing each other. And then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground.
So with this we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
See? So what do you think?
I have to say I'm impressed by the technology Thieves has access to these days. This is a bit absurd.
Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu.
Indeed.
Oh, but if there isn't enough information or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony.
You've got it! You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got Little Thief with me, so just let me know, okay?
Alright, interesting. Here's a body on the ground. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right, but...
And if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction.
What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? Blood.
Take that!
This is the contradiction.
Is something wrong with my recreation?
If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one?
Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right?
Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony.
Hedgie Poo, how can you doubt me like that? You calling me a liar? I know what I saw. I saw the victim get shot down. You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there was another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. If it happened before the rain, it could have gotten washed away at least a little bit. Gotta pull out the luminol or something. Emma, you still got that? It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer?
Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into Little Thief.
She has a point. Oh no, we don't have anything now.
What's this? What's this? Some sort of new attraction.
Is that it? Guess we just need... Oh, the costume. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
So, you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers?
I think we can reasonably assume there's a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes,
then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground.
Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume.
You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around.
Footprints, huh? Wonder how we can go about finding some of those. Ew.
This is amazing! Just feel the power of science.
Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints.
Finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed.
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything.
Very well, if you could please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work.
Ooh.
Hey, I found something. Look, right there.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth.
These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume.
Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest.
And we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Victim's costume data jotted down. He was likely wearing one due to footprint shape and lack of blood.
Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info.
So the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. What old bag witnessed?
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot. The person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. So, does this mean that Miss Oldbag's testimony has a contradiction in it?
Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See, I just knew a Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull up more info from Miss Oldbag and to put into the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. I think I know what we need. Stadium for a short break, glance over. We need this one to be like... And how did you not notice the badger? You saw two men. Can you describe them for me?
They look like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth pawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful.
Why, don't tell me that you're jealous of those two men. Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over anyone. I'm not jealous.
It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those two were just foals compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them. Only a gunshot, person was shot, fell to the ground. Very terrifying. I suppose we'll just do that.
Objection!
I sort of thought they'd bring it up in the press, but whatever. 2 men? How did you know the gender of the 2 people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Ah! Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. Beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier.
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was... You know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs. Which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap. I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw 2 people. But I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow.
In the shadow of the stage, it was hard to make out the killer and victim that Oldbag saw in the stage's shadow. Interesting.
My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know? Like when I was young, obviously, for good paces away, I tried to make her move my not easy judgmental eye.
Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You've got it!
Footprints on the ground. This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume.
The silhouettes can change depending on the information I input. But Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. We may even find more info with which to make a more accurate sim.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Looks like they broke the stage down. The stage I saw this morning in the center of the stadium has been packed away. Oh, that's where that thing was with the guitar. It looked just absurdly tiny.
I guess this means they're done for the day.
Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow.
Oh. This is amazing! Just feel the power of science.
Why would I need to do more footprint analysis? We did that already. I mean, I guess it says it's new. Thanks to you, I'm able to proceed with my investigation once again. Thank you.
That was nothing. I'm just glad that science and I could be of service. Pretty amazing how we could see the footprints. So what's the secret behind that thing? Oh, you want to know? Here, you can read the manual. Ah, very interesting. So if I do this, I can avoid leaving footprints.
You can't seriously be trying to use the information to advantage as a thief. Wait. How much can be doing that? Right, stage was packed up. So it would have been before the stage was taken down? Or there was something else going on? If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that little bit of info into... Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief? Yes, if you please.
Okay.
There's clearly
A contradiction here.
Please stop stealing my lines.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at that time.
Yeesh, I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing up on top of the stage. No, they weren't. See, now let me update the info in the simulation.
I would say the victim was up on top of the stage from where the bullet wound worked. The dog. I'll get to that in a second. Well, what do we hear? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes. Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium. I see. Thanks. What? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that?
Little Thief is not a toy.
You too. Sir! Tire tracks. There you have it. You see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. This is a recreation. So what? You still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course! Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. Agent Lang's logic. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl.
I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. I don't really know what to do with the real scene of the crime. I'd still like to press everything. I do know what I need to point out the contradiction with. Looks like we found the real crime scene first. Ha! Brag all you want. We don't really have all that free time. We don't have all that free time, like the two of you.
You know, you remind me of a dog licking his wounds as he whimpers home.
Well, I guess I should be thankful for all the time you saved me. Zizi. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. That's how we still have to say thanks in my country. You're welcome. If he realizes we didn't do all this for him. But I'm here now, so I'll be taking over. As I was saying, this is where the crime took place. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage.
Hold it!
Lying in wait? How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here? Simple! He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
Objection!
Why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
Not so fast!
You mean his motive? Who knows and who cares? You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail. You have no respect for the order and the law. Don't get me wrong, but I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise. He's right, the lack of a motive is a rather weak argument by itself. So the officer lay in wait on top of the stage. When the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high.
Hold it!
So you agree with how our recreation turned out? Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time. Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage. Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a Badger stage show of his own? Maybe there's a completely different reason. Does it matter? Still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below. Really, really pushing that point. In case you weren't clear on what the problem was. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
Hold it!
So you honestly believe that what you're saying is what really occurred? Hey, you're the ones who came up with the scenario. You say you doubt yourselves. Touché. Unfortunately, Agent Lang's conclusions do not contradict with our recreation.
Then does that mean it all went down just as he says?
No, not quite. I wonder if what we'd recreated earlier was the full truth. Da-da. Shot him from on high, incorrect. Look at the bullet wound. Entered through the abdomen and exited through the shoulder.
Objection!
I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible.
Huh? Why not?
Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located.
Actually, I didn't get that good of a look.
Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim.
Then,
Yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above.
a clear contradiction.
You're discounting your own conclusions. No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. Yes, the locations of the killer and victim were wrong. I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. Once I'm done with this, I have to feed the dog and fill up my water. If this is what happened, it would also explain the positioning of the gunshot wounds.
Then, what about the footprints?
Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume.
Okay, I'll try using that data instead.
Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? Yeah, but the guy he's trying to pin it on also had a costume, so what are you gonna do? Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. That alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. Another bit of proof. No, I do need to feed the dog, and I do need to get water. I'll be back in like a couple minutes. I don't know, shouldn't take too long. Be right back. Feeding the dog, getting water. Oh. Sunny. Alright. Dog's been fed and I have returned. Now let's get into this argument. Let's see. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. That story Officer Macon told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild West area. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's
right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it.
The three-tired tread marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Another bit of proof.
Hold it!
The tire marks.
Yes, the tire marks. The ones there behind the stage. They were hidden up till now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made,
They must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct?
yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I'd say it's the blue Badgermobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too.
Muddy, you say? Can I look at it closer? It doesn't look muddy.
They have other cars as well. There's one like... Oh, okay, turn that off. Okay.
Hold it!
3 tire marks. I have to agree that the blue Badgermobile has 3 tires.
Of course. The only thing in Spark that could make those marks is that roving shop. There's another one right next to you. Right now.
Objection!
Are you forgetting that there are in fact 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and proto-Badgermobiles, Agent Lang.
Knuckle back!
Of course. I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things. That story Officer Meekin told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie.
Hold it!
Of course, you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct?
Of course not. Well, that was blunt. But suppose it is a lie. Would explain a lot of things. Like his movements and his whereabouts. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder.
Hold it!
So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the blue Badgermobile?
It must have arrived on the scene of the crime after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder. And he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild West area.
Hold it!
Besides the blue Badgermobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Knuckle back!
Recall what the Wild West area looked like. Only the blue Badgermobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof.
Suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement in regard to that scene?
Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams.
Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. The 3-tiered tread marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
Let's see.
Can you point out that it doesn't have mud on it? I could. Is there anything else capable of creating such a pattern?
Just the other vehicles, really. Tire marks, mud. Wrong.
Objection!
No.
That statement just now stands in contradiction to this piece of evidence.
That thing has nothing to do with what I was saying. I'll put it away. The logic so badly need a repair that you might as well throw it out too. This is the real deal here. Your courtroom mannerisms are worthless at a crime scene. You dare to insult the courts. What else do I have? I mean, really, it ought to be this.
Hold it!
3 tire marks. Has 3 tires.
Objection!
Only thing. 3 of them.
Not the best!
Didn't say it couldn't be the other 2. No reason to drag them into things. I don't have anything that says anything about the tire marks at this scene. That doesn't help at all. You can't really see them from here. Really intense, like, color static on the ground there. Over here. Oh, I see. You say drove it, but that's why there's where you say there's no mud on it. Gotcha.
Objection!
Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekin's blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves the blue Badgermobile had never been to the stadium? Look at how clean it is.
Take that!
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed. And how do you explain the tire tracks, genius? Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badgermobile? Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time on the second-tier seats. Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is yet one more roving store, as I recall. Oh, what do you mean the Proto-Badger? That's right, there was one more parking space inside that garage. It proves the existence of a Proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Hey, did you hear something? Hello? Help me. Oh, bye. Are you alright? Oh, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West. Kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away, he was underground and got lost. This is kidnappers. What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. This is kidnappers. Escaped in costumes. Oh, what is it, kitty kitty? Lonely. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman. A woman. Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cuffs on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid just said just now. Consider it a gift. Are you going to get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get rough? Again. You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily. She's not the witness. She's just kind of here. Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you. That's right. I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper? Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? We cooperate. Fair maidens? Ah, you little rascal. You sure know the way in a woman's heart. Hangzi says, passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Try to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Mr. Edgeworth. You're just leaving that guy on the ground? I kind of assumed they'd try to, like, pick him up or something. March 13th, 2:34 p.m., Wild Wild West area. Just leave him off the ground. Looks like we got the boot again. With that safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Miles, my boy! Tell me it's true. Tell me you've really found my boy. Yes, Mr. Amano. We found him earlier in the stadium. And my little Lance is unhurt. He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like... Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say, I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. A letter. My dear Lance Amano, may I come see you again? Your beloved Viola. The way Lance is being chased after by a woman reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe you received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? It's a very simple love letter. It's a mess is what it is. Tender Lender Loan Company, oh boy. Okay, I was thinking that name sounded familiar. Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. From a loan company, Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me.
Love letter data jotted down in my organizer. Letter for Lance Amano. The sender is the Tenderlender Loan Company. Interesting. I wonder if he managed to get in debt, set up a fake kidnapping, then set off to kill the other person involved, but there's still a woman who's missing. Well, I guess he said that, so maybe he's just lying. So, I see. That makes sense. If he killed them, if he killed Butler Man to keep him quiet about fake kidnapping, said some woman did it, who cares, they'll sort it out without him, I guess. That makes sense. Kidnapped man, Lance or whatever, is prime suspect. New text? If these were real, I'd wonder what you put in them. Water would be the obvious answer. But if you stored water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad? People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted. Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really like the strange taste. Look who's making fun of them now. Alright, doesn't seem like the text is actually different. You're trying to pin it on her? Maybe. He loves me not. He loves me not. Oh, that's the 12th one. Oh, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. I suppose if they were me, I believe you said that you were Lance's girlfriend when I believe you said that you were Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But you did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either. I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. Obviously, it's enormous. Oh, it's candy. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. It's so wonderful. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? I feel like you should make a proper statement. My father used to work for Mr. Amano. And so, Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group. What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus. Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now, it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long, I don't think I'd recognize him if we were to ever meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live. Okay. About this incident. Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. Holly Paul, please do not be behind my monitor. What are you doing? What are you doing? I think she wants to get, like, in the window, but it's closed. Ah, now you've opened the curtains and shown the sun directly onto my eyeballs. Lollipop, please.
sun's so bright, it's like bouncing off my shirt. I was messing up my screen. Holly Paw, you did it bad. Do this. Right, I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident.
How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped?
Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition.
You based everything on that.
I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It must be destiny. She started fantasizing again. So, what are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
We already established there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two.
What is isolation room?
What I'm thinking of is that room that he was supposedly locked in. The one next to where Edgeworth was locked up.
Meow, meow, meow. What are you doing? J-Paw. I mean, I know the door is shut, but you can go around the other way.
The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout.
We're still not allowed in, remember?
Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there's no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in.
Hello.
What do you have to report?
Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir.
Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside?
Sir, Roger, sir.
That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in?
Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. And I couldn't refuse a request from him. Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following. Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir.
What is this? The man in this picture, isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon? Colin DeVore, male, right-handed, 5'8", so... Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Pen E Dent prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he's yet to show up. Interesting.
But the name here says Colin DeVore.
It's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin DeVore was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison.
What? What was he doing here?
Apparently, he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. He tells Oliver Deacon's real name and history.
Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case? These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later.
More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer. Is there a door to unlock?
It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then the door's been wide open, sir.
I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail?
Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break down the door, sir.
I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. March 13th, 2:55 p.m. Kidnapper's hideout. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed.
Or you were tied up for a while in the room next door.
Okay, please, must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. Kidnapper's hideout, begin investigation.
Oh, they have barrels just like the one outside. Oh, they have barrels just like these outside. They have barrels like these just outside. That's the words.
Yes, and...
Well, I know I already asked you when we were out there, but if these were real, what would you put in them?
There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash.
Just not answer. Sure. Hey, there's a trapdoor in this room, too.
It's not a trap door, it's an entrance to an underground passageway.
I know that.
The door leading to the outside world was locked, so Lance must have escaped his prison through here. Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state.
Wow, whoever lined these up did it perfectly. They're not even a single hair off. I'd feel bad using these because it'd be like stealing the perfection away.
I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away. Broken mirror?
Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth!
It's a broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? Sign advertising the photo rally, something I have absolutely no interest in.
Yeah, but I do. I'm gonna get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see.
She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation.
What was even the prize for that?
A prize! Unspecified, okay. Whatever.
Got some coffee.
Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny.
Well, 3 cups of coffee stands out for sure.
Cheap styrofoam cups.
Looks like only 3 cups were used.
They were on top of the table. Coffee looks like it was poured today. Okay, all the same. Don't care about these. Got a map. Poster of Gatewaterland is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gatewaterland has it all, and it's waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it? I wonder what this key is to.
You got me. Reminds me of the key we found in the other room. It's clearly different. That's it! This must be the key for one of those trapdoors.
But that wasn't a trapdoor. You only call it one because you quite literally jumped into it.
Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see that one?
I'm not having this conversation with you.
Ooh.
Folding chairs. Folding chairs?
Shoot.
Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers.
There were 3 chairs set up around the table.
3 of them were set up. It's very likely the kidnappers sat in these. Okay, so there's a 3rd person around. Maybe you're just trying to throw everything on her, but she definitely tell everyone that you were involved if you're gonna throw her under the bus like that. This must be where they dispose of old and worn out costumes.
That's so sad.
It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces. In the hideout, there's a trash bin for old and unused costumes.
Door.
Beyond the store
Is where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you. Must you keep reminding me? But it's the room I got to see your awesome new face. Didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. Alright. Chairs and cups. Look at them. 3 of them. The common denominator between the cups and folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed, something isn't adding up, literally. Is it possible there's a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? Wish I could put logic on the actual evidence I have. Oh well, I guess they don't want you putting that part together that quickly. Here's the outdoor. The store is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. Well, rest in time inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Okay, you got a sword? That's the sword you got hit with. Looks like a sword, a broken sword. Strange. How would it be broken like that? Broken prop sword found lying next to door, broken cleanly in half. They use it to bar it, perhaps. Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. That doorknob handle thing is looking pretty beat up. Suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. And how is that possible after what the officer told us? Yeah, if that lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked. So the lock on the door leading to the outside isn't damaged. How can that be? The door had to be forced open, yet the lock is intact. It's not locked. Barrels. Trap the door. The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful where you... Oh. Be careful where you step, Kay. I only fell into that other opening once, you know. You jumped into it. Oh, whatever. It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open. A door that was locked tight despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean... Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed? So that's how the sword broke. Broken prop sword data jotted down in my organizer. It was used to jam the handle to the hideout's door. Suppose because they didn't have a proper key? I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers, but instead we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. Ah! What is it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that? This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We Badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first, and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss. Proto-Badger get! Alright, one more to go. What are you getting all excited about? Did you forget the photo rally, duh?
I have to sit to be like ensure that I'm still audible.
Could be more comfortable. Why is that still attached to my thing? It's not tagged ROM hack. I don't need that. Why is that still here? I think that got stuck when I was playing the Mario thing. It just doesn't update it. Now the tag English is here twice. That's fine. Whatever. Did you forget the photo rally, duh? See, look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad badger and I'm done.
Ah, yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. You wanna...
What? It's gone! But where did it go?
What happened? What's wrong?
A bad badger costume is missing, sir! Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it. I heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken.
What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little more about these costumes you use.
There had definitely been a head in there when we were trapped in there. And there'd been the pink one as well. It kind of only looked like 2 were taken, to be honest.
What do you mean by a bad badger costume is missing?
Why, just what I said, sir, when we are 1 bad badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times.
Okay, so because one of them's walking around in the park, the other should be in that room.
Actually, both of them should be in that room. Huh? What do you mean? Normally, we don't use the bad badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's the stage show where the bad badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir.
I'm speechless that such a show exists.
Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume. And doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the bad badger? Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir?
Well, this basically means that the kidnapper stole 4 costumes in total.
Are you saying there are 4 kidnappers?
No, I don't think that's very likely.
Oh?
Recall the costumes for a minute.
The stolen ones, you mean?
What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist?
Take that!
That's not... okay.
Okay, here you can...
It said present and I was like, do I need to pull out my evidence? I have the head that was over there one time. Do you know what he's trying to say, Mr. Proto Badger? No. Very sorry, sir. However, I must have missed something myself.
It's alright, I zigged when a zag was more appropriate. It's as simple as it appears. All I have to do is think a little to find the answer.
Take that!
If you had 4 people and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yet the kidnappers decided to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 bad badger costumes. The question is why? Create an alibi? of them's covered in blood. The second Bad Badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think.
What do you mean?
That costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants?
Hey, you're right. Let's get out of there and take a look.
As I suspected, it's a Bad Badger costume.
Well, minus the head.
Won't rest until I'm inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Wonder why this Bad Badger's costume's right hand is torn up like that.
Maybe it's a flesh wound from a fight with a blue badger. I always knew that the blue badger was one ferocious beast.
I somehow doubt that even real badgers are as bloodthirsty as that, Kay.
Oh, look, its hand is hurt.
It looks more like something was ripped off of it. Ripped off of it. Gun. This spot's somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold. Gun. I believe what we have here is an inconsistency.
Between what?
Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be.
Oh, the gun!
Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. However, you there, did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand?
No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume.
As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcefully removed. Mr. Proto-Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct?
Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show. I'm guessing by that you mean special blanks and not normal blanks that are just bullets with no bullet in them.
Seems that our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costumed friend. I see model gun data jotted down in my organizer, ripped from the Bad Badger costume. Capable of firing blanks. Investigation complete. I think we're about done with this room.
So what's next?
Well, we found a few answers. But there are still a few things we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay. March 13th, 3:34 p.m., Wild Wild West area.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir! You've got to hurry, sir. Come on.
What is it, detective?
They found a blue badger costume down at the main gate, sir.
What?
Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing? Bingo, that's why you gotta come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we might still be able to get there before Wolf Boy does, sir.
Alright, let's make haste to the main gate. To be continued. Save progress, yes. 10:30. Although, ladder confrontation former. How long is that gonna take? The episodes in this game seem significantly shorter than in the normal games where you're more visual novel style. Then instead of the walk around, though. Maybe
haven't checked the number. Let's see. Do I want to go on or not? Sounds like someone just got here, actually. So maybe not. Might be good to stop here, continue on with that confrontation next time, and probably end up starting the next episode in it as well, because that just seems to be how things are. The things aren't timed out quite as neatly. No, I didn't want that. I wanted to leave. No, I just say we can just go. Anyway. Right, so I don't know, I'll be back on Wednesday with this. I was thinking of trying to use Tuesday as a day for extra stuff, since it seems like it might be quiet. But I'm not sure. If I did, I'd probably be more of that Mario ROM hack I'd been playing at one time when I finished Apollo Justice early. Because I probably should carry on with it. Good to finish things you started. So, you know, I could do that tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. I will either be here or I won't. Is how it will be. But there will definitely be more of this game on Wednesday. Same time. Anything else? Not really. Doesn't seem like there's any kind of consistent background I can use for my thumbnails, which is annoying. I'll have to figure that out at some point. Oh well. Yes, I will definitely be returning to this on Wednesday. Have a nice day. Goodbye.